Hi all, the episode Get Big Lifestyle. Just want to talk about the most recent development of Zohran Mamdani's victory in New York. As you know, it was expected. There was always a high chance. It was talked for months. Eventually, no surprise. Maybe the margin of win was a bit higher than expected. So Mamdani got 50%, Cuomo 41, and Sliwa 7. So even if you had Sliwa and Cuomo, still doesn't reach Mamdani. And yeah, I mean, I was skeptical at first, but let's see, right? Sometimes that's what happens when country swings one way, then eventually the pendulum will swing the other way. So that's what's happening here, right? And these programs of, he has much experience, or talks about this promise of free bus systems, which is, how you going to do that in the biggest, most financially strong capital of the world, even New York City? In order to choose one city to represent the world, it'd be New York, right? Especially in it's diverse and a big Jewish population. I heard that under 40 or 60% of the Jewish population voted for him. So I think the days of the corporate donors and all these are shifting, right? I'm not saying they're done, because that's how it's been for the most part, right? But now you see how this guy operated. In a debate, he said that he would focus on New York, he focused on everyday's people's problems. He's a good communicator from what I see from debates. While the other candidate maybe, focused more on the donor. This guy, the door-to-door, he did more grassroots movements from what I see, and it resonates with people, right? And let's see what becomes. No use to be downer and complain about it, right? In the end, all the gotta come together and work. So let's see what he does. I saw Trump's thing that he's going to decrease the funding for a city, but hoping they'll find a way. And it's like these guys like this, there's a lane for it, and they come and take that lane when there's, like on the right, I see now the rise of Fuentes, who has been shunned from public life for a long time. He's now on these podcasts. And when you have an open lane and that these guys can just come and take, right, on both the right and the left, it's pretty much what happens. So these guys don't need donors and all that, right? They can just come in, especially in the case of Fuentes. He doesn't have, like, no corporation would approach him. He already been deplatformed. Like, the guy has nothing to lose. And a guy like Mamdani is also kind of, I wouldn't say similar, but same but similar, I would say, right? These guys can just rise from populist movements when they see an open lane. And now what's happening the wars in the last 2 years, so that has also affected this more, and that's what people want, somebody to say what they think against that this corporate funded candidates are people getting tired of on both sides. So I'm not saying like their messages is some ways clearly not good, but that's what happens in the end, right? Yeah. And I see that Trump was being interviewed, said, somebody in the interview said, Zohran's just like you, he's charismatic, he's a good communicator. Trump just says he's better looking, so I'll give him that. But yeah, I see that charismatic style, person coming in and taking over through good communication and I guess making the points everyone wants to say but can't in a way. Yeah, I think that we're entering a new digital age of where the corporate donor style is gonna be going away. Not going away, but diminishing with time. Beautiful fall leaves. So let me know what the victory of Zohran Mamdani and the rise of this independent style podcast or spiel is gonna affect. Just try to be positive, right? And be fair. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Hopefully it all turns out good, and from Canada, I wish to see New York and America in a positive direction, of course. Alright. When my channels get big reaction. The lifestyle, get business. Good to talk again.